I lived at West Egg, well, the less fashionable part. My house was at the very tip of the egg, and skewed between two huge places. To the right, some Hotel de Ville. To the left, a mansion owned by a Mr. Gatsby. My house was an eyesore, but a small one at that, and it was only $80 a month. Across the bay, I went to have dinner with my old college friend, Tom Buchanan. His wife, Daisy, was my second cousin once removed. Tom and I had been friends in college, and I stayed with them in Chicago for 2 days after the war. Why they came east, I don't know. They moved after spending a year in France for no reason.
Oh, I'm paralyzed with happiness. Do they miss me in Chicago?
They painted their back wheels black in mourning.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Tom, we must go back. You ought to meet the baby.
I'm stiff. I've been lying on that couch for as long as I can remember.
Don't look at me.
Never mind the matter. You live at West Egg, right?
Yes.
I know someone there. Oh, you must know him. Gatsby.
Gatsby? What Gatsby?
So,
Nick, do you always watch for the longest day in the year? I do, and then I miss it.
We ought to plan something.
Yes. What do people plan?
So,
Haven't you heard?
heard what?
Rumor has it Tom's got some woman up in New York.
Some woman.
She might have the decency not to telephone at dinner time, don't you think?
You have no right to say that name.
I can say anything I want. Daisy, Daisy, Daisy!
I feel like this party's smaller than the rest.
I agree.
Nick! I thought I might see you here. I remember you live next door.
I do. I received an invitation.
Well, people aren't invited to Gatsby's.
Well, I was.
You know, I heard he was a Russian spy.
I heard he killed a man once.
I heard he was an army man.
An army man? Well, that's interesting.
Who are you again?
Must be a better host. I'm Gatsby, old sport.
Oh! Gatsby, of course.
Hey, what do you say to go hydroplaning tomorrow?
Is there any precise time?
Any time that works for you, old sport.
That sounds quite enjoyable.
Now, do you mind?
I don't.
Oh, Nick! I just heard the most wonderful thing!
What?
Oh, it's simply wonderful, but here I am teasing you, and I swore I wouldn't tell. Oh, it's simply wonderful!
Okay.
Sorry to keep her, old sport. Make sure. Remember, hydroplaning tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll have tea tomorrow!
Bye.
Good night, old sport.
Good night.
But anyway, Nick, I've got something to ask you. It's a big favor.
A big favor, you say?
Miss Baker will explain everything.
What's Jordan got to do with it?
She's an honest sportswoman, I promise you. She won't do anything that's not appropriate. Talk about it later.
Nick, no one expects to see you in this house of virtue.
Yes, I was just having lunch with Mr. Okay. Well, never mind.
Nick, over here!
What game are you and Gatsby playing at?
Please, this is a polite restaurant.
This is ridiculous. Gatsby takes me out to lunch, tells me he has some brand favor to ask,
Nick,
but...
Nick, please, he just wants you to invite Daisy over for tea.
And Tom?
No.
Why not?
Well, I don't know quite where to start. You see, I met Gatsby 5 years ago. It was the day that I got my golf shoes. And Daisy, well, she was by far the most popular girl among the officers at Camp Taylor. And in the car with her, it was Gatsby. And the way he looked at her, well, it was the way any girl wants to be looked at.
Interesting. What happened?
I don't know. Gatsby was sent away to war, and then when the war ended, he couldn't return. Didn't say why, just that he couldn't. A year later, Tom Buchanan of Chicago swept in and stole her away. He gave her a string of pearls worth $350,000. But the morning of the wedding, Daisy received a letter. She had changed her mind. The pearls were thrown everywhere, and she was crying. Her mother and I had to help her into a cold bath, but she never let go of the letter.
What was in the letter?
I don't know. She wouldn't say. Anyways, that day at 5 o'clock, Daisy Faye married Tom Buchanan with more pomp and circumstance than Louisville had ever seen. And after the honeymoon, well, I'd never seen a girl so in love with her husband.
It's strange, isn't it, that Gatsby lives just across the bay?
Oh, it's no coincidence. He bought that house to be near her, in hope he might see her.
And he wants me to invite her to tea? The modesty.
Kinda takes your breath away, doesn't it? Oh, but when you invite her, she's absolutely not to know. Gatsby wants to happen to drop by.
Why did I have to come alone? Are you in love with me or something?
Well, that's the secret of Caraway Castle. So, how was your drive over?
All right, your home is very quaint.
Thank you. Well, yes, it is my boat. I don't make much, but I get along.
Well, it's lovely.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Oh, that's the door. I'll go answer it.
All right.
What are you doing?
I'm glad to see you.
As am I.
Well, this is
We've met.
Not for many years.
5 years, no, November.
I'll go get the tea then. Well, it seems I'm going to have to go to town to get some.
This is a horrible idea.
Don't have any tea.
This is a horrible idea.
Stop being a child and go touch her.
Bye. Oh, Jay, I've missed this.
Ahem!
Oh, darling, you're back.
Mick, old sport, let's go to my house. I need to show Daisy around.
Are you sure you want me to?
Yes.
Come?
Oh, Jay, it's so grand. But how do you stay here all alone?
Oh, I don't. I keep it chock full with many interesting people.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wish it could always be like this.
It will be. We've got a great band around here.
You know, a lot of these newly rich people are nothing but so-called bootleggers.
Oh no, not Gatsby. He's a businessman.
Well, I know you buy a lot of drugstores.
You see, Mr. Buchanan, I think I met you about a month ago.
Really? Oh, you were at the restaurant with Nick, weren't you?
Yes. Now, you see, I know your wife. Do you mind if I take her for a second?
No, I can keep myself occupied.
This is all bills from your mouth.
No. Everything I've done, every idea is for you. We can change it if you'd like.
Perfect.
You haven't happened to see my wife, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Senator said that you saw her down here.
I wish we could just run away together.
No, darling, that wouldn't be respectable.
Didn't you say you lived around here?
Yeah, just next door.
That's so.
We're gonna live in this house together, Daisy. You need to tell Tom.
Daisy, Tom is looking for you.
Where were you?
Oh, I was with Nicky.
you are. Daisy wanted me to tell you that she had a great time.
She didn't like it.
Of course she did.
No, she didn't. I feel so far from her now. It's hard to make her understand.
About the parties?
I could care less about the parties. You see, she has to tell Tom she never loved him, old sport.
What?
Yes. Then we can start over, just as it was 5 years ago.
Jay, you can't repeat the past.
I can. All right.
I wish I was out in that bay right now.
You know, I live right across the bay. Just over there.
Was that so?
You see, Mr. Buchanan, Daisy and I wanted to be close to Daisy.
It's so hot in here. Let's go to town.
Town. Let me always get these notions. You know what? Let's go to town. All of us. I'll take your car, Gatsby, and you can take mine.
Tom, why don't you take Nick and Jordan? We'll meet you there.
You must think I'm pretty dumb, don't you? Well, I've made an investigation of this fella.
And you found he was an Oxford man?
Oxford, New Mexico.
We're out of gas, Tom.
We'll make a stop at Wilson's.
It is so hot.
Leave it alone. You want to make it worse by crabbing about it?
Why not let her alone, old sport?
Look, this great expression of yours, isn't it?
What is?
Old sport. Where'd you pick it up?
Now see here, Tom. If you're going to make personal shots, I won't stay here.
I heard you're an Oxford man.
Not really. Went there about 1919 for 5 months. You know, it was an opportunity for some of us officers who did some actual fighting in the war.
Let's get a drink, Tom. Maybe then you won't sound so stupid to yourself.
One more question. What kind of row are you trying to cause in my house?
Tom, please! Have some self-control. You're the only one causing a row.
Self-control? I'm supposed to let Mr. Nobody from nowhere come and make love to my wife? Next thing you know, you're letting blacks marry whites.
We're all whites here, Tom.
Daisy never loved you. She loves me.
Nonsense.
She's leaving you, old sport.
We should go.
Jay, let's go.
Sit down, Daisy.
For 5 years.
5 years? You've been seeing him?
Not seeing. Just loving.
Oh, you're all crazy. So you're trying to tell me she didn't love me the day she married me? Well, she does. And I love her too. I may go off on a spree every now and then, but I always come back, Daisy.
You're revolting. We left Chicago because of your spree. How could I possibly love him?
You don't love him.
I don't love him.
Never? Not the day I carried you down the punch bowl to keep your shoes dry? Not on my honeymoon? Not even on the date we got married? Not even then?
Stop. Please. There, Jay. You want too much. I might have loved him, but I can't help what's past. I loved you too.
You love me too? I need to speak with you alone.
Even alone, I can't say I never loved Tom. It wouldn't be true.
Of course it wouldn't be.
Like it matters to you.
It does. I'm going to take care of you, Daisy.
She's leaving you, old sport.
Of course she's not.
I am.
She wouldn't leave me for a rooster fish like you. Who can't make his money honorably. Who rolls with Wolfshine's group. She never loved you.
Shut up! I'm sorry.
Tom,
Daisy.
I can't stand this anymore.
Why don't you two take Gatsby's car home? I think he realizes his little flirtation is over. What a wreck.
Sir, I need you to step back.
What happened?
She got ran over. So the bitch didn't even stop his car.
It was a red car.
Who owns the car?
Jay Gatsby.
Hello, old sport.
What are you doing?
See any trouble on the road?
Trouble? The lady you hit on the road is dead.
It's my fault. I tried to jerk the wheel.
She?
It's gonna be alright, Daisy. Jay, you need to get away.
Not till Daisy calls. I know she will.
Alright, as long as you're safe.
I'll be okay.
Are you ready to go? Daddy's gonna take care of us. Where are we going?
We need to go.
Many came to give their griefs, and many more mourned. But from Daisy, not a single word, not even a flower. After Gatsby's death, New York was haunted for me. That city, my once golden, shimmering mirage, now made me sick. On my last night in New York, I returned to that huge, incoherent house once more.
He threw all those parties hoping she would wander in one night.
Will you come, old sport?
Why are you being so mean to me?
All you are is an extra.
All you are is an extra in the scene. It's okay. Don't cry.
What Gatsby?
Dun dun dun!
Cut!
Damn it, Trevor, you didn't even look at me.
Do girls dance. Hello, middle school. Yes.
Okay, so
Do we lock fingers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you biting your lip?
God. Oh my God.
'Cause I had the time of my life. And
Oh, you're still filming us.
Action!
Like, are we starting right now, or?
Take 564. Action! Action! Action!
Daisy.
Action! Action!
Trevor.
Action!
Sorry.
Action!
Hello, old sport. It's the old sport. Oh. It's for you, old sport. Keeper, old sport. Good night, old sport. Old sport. Leaving you, old sport. Old sport.
So, didn't you say you lived right around here? Old
Yeah,
sport?
yeah, just across the way.
I called you old sport.